Hello, welcome back. So lately I've been doing a lot of videos taking it back to the fashion basics, like how to accessorize and how to layer, etc. And you guys really seem to be enjoying those videos, so I thought I'd do another one. And this time we're really taking it back to the basics, like literally. And we're doing a beginner's guide to basics for pretty much any aesthetic for those of you who are just starting to dip their toes into fashion and getting more interested in developing your personal style and building up a new wardrobe. So these will be items that I think will work for pretty much any aesthetic and that I personally use a lot for different aesthetics and that I think you could definitely build off of if you're just starting to build up a wardrobe. If you already have these basics that I'm going to talk about and you're still feeling a little bit bored with your wardrobe and there's certain aesthetics you have in mind, then I definitely recommend checking out my How to Build an Aesthetic Wardrobe series where I talk about specific basics for like every aesthetic. So you can try to find the aesthetic you're interested in there, or you can check out my videos on how to accessorize and how to layer aesthetically if you're just trying to elevate your outfits a little bit more. But otherwise, I hope this helps, and if it does, then definitely like this video and comment down below what basics you like and what basics I missed, if any, and subscribe if you aren't already. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and you can also join my Discord server where we can talk about literally anything related to fashion and aesthetics. I even got a monthly book club going on, and it's just a fun community to bring together people who are interested in fashion and aesthetics. So again, that will be linked down below, and with all that said, let's get started. So the first basic I think everyone should have is a basic t-shirt, and I would definitely go for a more neutral color like white or black if you don't have one already, because I think it can be styled into a bunch of different aesthetics. Or if there's a specific aesthetic you're trying to go for, then try to look for a t-shirt in that specific color palette. For example, if you're into whimsy goth, look for like a gem tone t-shirt, or if you're into like fairycore or adventurecore, maybe something earth toned. If you're interested in multiple aesthetics, try to get a color that fits in with all of them if possible. For example, neutral, cream, beige, brown, and muted green colors should fit in both academia, fairycore, and gremlincore. Or if you're interested in academia and whimsigoth, you can go for like a burgundy or dark purple or dark navy blue or dark forest green color. The next basic I would get is a turtleneck, and this is similar to t-shirts, like just try to get one in a neutral color or in the color palette of the aesthetic you're going for, but this is just for a more colder day. I think turtlenecks are really great for layering. I would also get a tank top if you're comfortable wearing those, and again look at the color palette for your desired aesthetic or a neutral color. And I just love tank tops because they're perfect for summer, obviously, but they're also great for layering over turtlenecks and t-shirts if you want to add more dimension to your outfit. But if you don't like tank tops, I think a really good replacement would be a vest. You can also layer vests over t-shirts and turtlenecks, or you can even wear it as a top if it covers enough, like similar to a tank top. And I think these are really good options if you're more masculine presenting. Next, I would go for a more dressy blouse because, you know, a t-shirt, turtleneck, and tank top doesn't work for everything. So sometimes you gotta dress up a bit more. And there's a lot of options here. For example, you can go for a button-up shirt if you're interested in academia or gremlincore, for example. A flowy blouse if you're more interested in an aesthetic similar to fairycore, or a puff sleeve blouse for something like cottagecore, or a flare sleeve blouse for something like whimsigoth. And I would just look at inspo pics for whatever aesthetics you're interested in, like on Pinterest or Instagram, and try to see if there's a common kind of shirt that a lot of people wear in that aesthetic, and just go for that. Next, I would get a good pair of jeans, and I feel like almost everyone should have this already as well. It's perfect for a more casual outfit and can fit into pretty much every aesthetic. There's also lots of different styles you can go for here, whether you want flares, skinny, straight leg, wide leg, baggy. There's just so many ways you can go here, and I would just again look at inspo pictures for whatever aesthetic you're interested in and see what's a common denominator there, and just get the kind of silhouettes you see a lot in that aesthetic. And in terms of finding a good pair of jeans, I feel like the fit of a jean is a very personal choice. Like some people like a more stiff denim, like raw denim, and some people like a little bit more stretch to their denim. So I think it's best to try a bunch of different silhouettes and materials on and see what makes you feel the most comfortable and confident. Another basic I would get is a non-jean pant. So that can mean a lot of different things as well, and I think it depends on your personal style and the kinds of aesthetics you're interested in. Some are more casual, some are more dressy. So for example, you can get cargo pants for a more acroby and downtown girl look. I think they could also work for a more casual fairycore or gremlincore outfit. You can get flare pants for a more whimsigoth, mermaidcore, maybe fairycore kind of vibe. Or you can get a nice pair of tailored pleated pants that are perfect for dark academia or that courtcore kind of vibe. So yet again, look at inspo pictures and see what kinds of pants you see a lot in that aesthetic, and I would get a pair of pants there because, I don't know, sometimes you want to dress up a little bit more than jeans. The next basic is not necessarily needed for everyone, but a mini skirt and a maxi skirt if you like wearing skirts. Not everyone wears skirts, obviously, but if you wear skirts, then I would get a mini skirt and a maxi skirt. Again, look at pictures for your aesthetic and see what kinds of skirts you see a lot in that aesthetic. But personally, I think a plain black mini skirt works for pretty much anything. I wear it a lot for more alternative outfits, but I think you could style it a bunch of different ways. Or you can get a denim one for a more casual look. And then one of my favorite basics ever that I think works for a lot of different aesthetics is a tiered midi or maxi skirt. And I think this works for fairycore, cottagecore, mermaidcore, whimsigoth, and any other flowy romantic aesthetics. Next, I'd get 2 pieces of outerwear. First, I'd get a lighter jacket or like a cardigan or sweater for those slightly chilly days or warm days where you just want to cover up more. And I try to get it in a neutral color or in the color palette of the aesthetics you're interested in. And again, just look at inspo pics and see what kinds of sweaters, cardigans, and light jackets you see a lot. For example, for mermaidcore, you'd see a lot of like open knit sweaters, mohair sweaters, some like kinds of sweaters that like mimic the soft foaminess of water, of the ocean, and kind of mimic fishnet sometimes. So look for those kind of details like the silhouette, the kinds of materials, the kinds of like knit, if it's more open knit or if it's something like cable knit. I would look for details like that. And then I get a heavier jacket for the more cold days. And if you live in a colder area, I would definitely save up to invest in a good one. If there's one piece you should really invest in, I think it'd probably be this one. I think it can make a really big difference in keeping you warm, and a good quality jacket often just has a much nicer structure and just looks more tailored to you. Also, if you live somewhere cold, another basic you should get is a coat, but I'm sure you know that already. This one is self-explanatory. A coat in a neutral color is classic, and again, it's probably a good idea to invest in a higher quality one if you can. And then for shoes, I would get at least 2 pairs, the first being a pair of sneakers, of course for more casual outfits, and I think comfort is key. I would personally get something in a more neutral color like cream or white because it goes to practically anything in my experience. So I think it's a really versatile shoe. And then the next pair I get is a pair of boots, obviously for colder weather, and I just think boots go with a lot of different outfits as well. I feel like I almost exclusively wear sneakers or boots, and there's a lot of options here. You can go for a more combat boot or a chunky black boot for more alternative outfits and edgier aesthetics, or you can go for a brown lace-up boot for those more nature aesthetics like adventurecore, fairycore, or gremlincore. Or you can go for one with a little block heel for those more dressed up aesthetics like dark academia or corporate core. I think there are exceptions here though, like if you're interested in mermaidcore, maybe you don't want to get a pair of boots, maybe you want to opt for a pair of sandals instead, or if you're interested in like coquette or hyper feminine aesthetic, maybe you want to go for like ballet flats or Mary Janes or something instead of boots. So these basics aren't like end all be all. Definitely think more about what you would wear personally, what fits with your personal style and your aesthetic. And then lastly, for accessories, I have a whole video on it if you want to learn to accessorize better, but I think some basic accessories include a purse for feminine presenting people. You can't go wrong with a purse, and you kind of need it to carry stuff around because women's clothes barely have any pockets. So a purse in a neutral color or in the color palette of your aesthetic. And then jewelry and hair accessories. I think jewelry and hair accessories can definitely change the vibe of an outfit. So it can take your basics, looking from just like a basic outfit, to a more aesthetic focused outfit. For example, I always use this example, but nature-inspired jewelry and hair accessories can definitely make your outfit look more fairycore or gremlincore. So once you have those basics, I think accessories will make a big difference in the vibe and aesthetic of your outfit. And I feel like that's pretty much it to start building a wardrobe. I think you can mix and match all of these items and come up with a bunch of different outfit ideas. And again, especially with different accessories, I think it could totally change up the vibe of an outfit. So I hope this helped, especially for those of you who are just starting to get into building up a wardrobe and finding your personal style. And then I think the next step would be the accessories video, or if you're interested in specific aesthetics, try to find the aesthetic in my how to build an aesthetic wardrobe playlist. And I think those videos and how to layer aesthetically video will definitely take your outfits from basic to more intentional and more unique, especially as you start to build up your own personal style. So that's all for today. Again, hope this helped, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe if you aren't already for more fashion content. And again, join my Discord server if you want to meet more people who are also interested in fashion and aesthetics. and I will see you guys next time.